Alright, welcome back. So today I have my Jato. This is my Nitro Jato, something I wanted to talk about. Something that is going to be probably going off this channel. I've had this Jato for a long time. It's more nostalgic for me than anything else. There's a long story behind this RC. Never really done a lot of running with this thing. I usually fire it up about once a year. Last time I fired it up, I ended up changing out the gas tank. We had a problem with the on and off switch and the receiver in this one, so those I ended up changing out. I want to say I put a Futaba in this. Receiver actually might be back there because that's my charge for the battery, the onboard pack that's in here. That was something else that ended up getting replaced out, but this RC has the 3.3. These things are super fast, and that's something I wanted to talk about with Traxxas dropping the new Jato. I think it's pretty cool, the RC that they have, that they've put out there. In my own opinion, I don't think it should have ever been called a Jato. I think it should have been called something else. Not sure what. Maybe a Lato? Couldn't tell you. What I do know is that when I hear the word Jato, for me, because you know it's been around so long now, it's always been a Nitro RC. I just never thought, in my own opinion, that Traxxas would make an electric Jato. Then again, a four-wheel drive. A Nitro four-wheel drive Jato would have been cool, just to add to what they have out there. Not sure, because it looks like, you know, it's a buggy style RC. Price point's way up there. But I know when these Jatos came out, price point was up there as well. I want to say these things were around $600–700 when they first were dropped. I could be off on that. I want to say they were somewhere around $600. But I'm not exactly sure. It's been so long. I think these RCs are awesome. The Nitro version of these Jatos, and that's why I've had this thing so long. This was one of my first Traxxas Nitros back in the day. I even had this one before my kids were actually born. I want to say right around there, or maybe my oldest was born at the time. I know at the time I was working at Warner Brothers when I purchased this thing, and I never really ran it. I bought it, had it sitting around for years and years and years, and never ran the RC. And then I gave it to my buddy Floyd, so that he could fire it up and do a break-in for me and get it all dialed in for me, which he did. Didn't take him very long. He's been into Nitro for years, so I had him do that. And then tires were bad at that point. Seems to be my history with anything that I collect, whether, and it seems to be Traxxas more than anything else, is that tires here in California just tend to rot out. I ended up having to replace all the tires as well. As you can tell, It's the original air filter, original motor, original everything in this. I just don't run it. Even the chassis, no scratches on it. There are videos on my channel of me running it, but I just never abused this RC. I basically putted around my house with it, and that's pretty much it. Things actually like, it's truly like brand new, just because it wasn't one of those RCs that I never took this thing even into the dirt. It's always been, for me, I felt this was an on-road. And that's why I purchased a T-Max, was because I can go into the dirt with that. So to see Traxxas release their, I guess the VXL version of that thing is almost $560 or $550. The 2S version, which has the metal shock bodies, all that stuff, is going to come out next year, 2025. And they've already released the 2S version of that, brushless. Or it could be 3S. I didn't even really look. I just wasn't interested after seeing all the plastic. Like, when you end up with plastic driveline, plastic shocks, plastic chassis, plastic everything. Like I said, I'm into the bigger RCs. At that point, I would buy a Typhon, a 1A scale versus a 110 scale. 110 scale is kind of small. Nitros are really cool. And in the 110 scale, I think they're pretty fun to have. But in an electric version, might as well buy a Slash, in my opinion. I do like the buggy style body. I think that's pretty cool. I think Traxxas is trying to come out something new. Like I said, all the manufacturers are going to try to drop something that's new and innovative for Christmas coming up. For me, it's not going to be one of those RCs that I'm going to purchase. I like my Typhon. We just did a whole service on it again, or a little repair video yesterday. You can't have 10 of the same style RCs for, you figure it's $550 plus tax. You're going to be $630 into that thing, and then it's probably going to be a good RC. Ground clearance, like I said, for me, buggies, ground clearance is an issue here in California. Too many rocks, especially at the track I run. I don't know if they're going to make a class at the local racetracks for those 110 scales, or if it would even be competitive. You pretty much have to race all the same RCs, so all Traxxas Jatos. And I really don't believe, I think Traxxas dropped the ball on this, in my opinion, because it shouldn't be called a Jato, in my opinion. This is the Jato. Jato's always been Nitro. When I hear Jato, I think of Nitro. I don't think of electric four-wheel drive buggy. It's just not something I do, but I could be wrong. It's just my opinion. Maybe there's somebody out there that's excited to have a Jato, the name, put on to a Slash. Well, it's not even a Slash. It's like a hybrid, a mix between all their parts. But, I'm sure it's a cool RC. I'm sure it's gonna, it'll do well. Anybody that's getting into the hobby or wants a cool buggy, I'm sure it's going to be fun. But like I said, for me, as being an old timer, a Jato to me is always going to be a 70 mile an hour two-wheel drive Nitro RC, and aluminum chassis, not a plastic chassis. It's just the way I feel about it. So, metal links versus plastic links, cool sounding, nitro burning. That's a Jato. I just don't think an electric is the way it should have went. But that's just, like I said, it's my opinion. everybody is entitled to their opinions. And that's why I'm probably not going to pick one up. You know, it's just, for me, it's just not. I feel like it's a waste. I do enjoy this Jato. It's pretty good. I don't run Nitro at all anymore. And I don't want this thing to go to waste. So I'm going to end up selling this thing. Email will be in the description. Hit me up. $400. You can buy a Jato. And we'll go from there. This one will not have a radio. I can leave the receiver in there for you. But because this one I believe is hooked to my Futaba. It might be hooked to, I should really look at it. I think this is just the battery tray. Yeah, it's got a Futaba in it. And I did that because this one took the pills for the receiver. And when Floyd had it, something happened to the radio with the metal antenna on this Jato. So I ended up just binding it to my bought a Futaba receiver and put it in that way. So there you go. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below. What do you guys think? Do you think Traxxas messed up by using the word Jato and coming out with electric four-wheel drive buggy? 65 miles an hour, you know, it's still got the speed, but would you rather have a Nitro Jato, or would you rather have the new electric one? And remember, the BXL version isn't even coming out till 2025. So right now, the only one you can get is the one that's plastic shock body, plastic everywhere, a plastic center drive shaft. A lot of plastic on that thing. And I'm a big plastic fan. You know, that's why I love the X-Max. But there are certain components that need to be metal. There we go. I think the Typhon, in my opinion, as a 1/8 scale is better. I even think the Nitro Jato with the metal chassis is better. No scratches, no dents, none of that. This thing is truly a time capsule, this Jato right here. So I'm going to make a little correction here. I said 400 for the Jato. It's actually 300 for the Jato. If you're interested in this, because it's not coming with the radio. But great running. No hours, just basically got a break-in on it, and that's pretty much it. You can check out all the videos on the Jato on my channel. Like I said, this has always been a shelf queen for me, and I didn't run it that much. So if somebody's interested, $300, and we'll go from there. I got confused with this, with the Techno. So the Techno is going to be in a separate video. Techno MT410. I did a whole build on this. This is going up for sale, and this one's going to be $400. But that'll be in the next video. So there we go. Like, comment, subscribe. Comment down below. What do you think of the new Jato? Leave some comments. Do you think they should have went electric? Do you think it should have stayed Nitro? I don't know. My opinion, I think it should have stayed Nitro. But that's just me. To each his own. Comment down below. I am curious. We'll catch you guys on the next video. Thanks for watching.